Wake up, son.
For MyCareer. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. So for Toronto right now, Amir Johnson at the 4 with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the back in the 3 spot.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off.
And Black Hole subbed in for Toronto.
And what a joy it must have been for this young man for the remainder of the season.
Well, you know, hats off to him. Kudos to him because he's done everything he could to stick in the league. It appears that all that hard work has paid off for him. You love to see a guy reap the fruit of his work. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, where he's really improved his half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
The Hawks leading. This is it to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists tonight.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan. Dish out to Johnson.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005. Now in his 10th season in the NBA, he's only entering his fun.
This is his first trip to the line tonight, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Alden Brand's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Max checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Teague. And then for Toronto, Vasquez comes in for Ross. And Williams in for Kyle Lowry. Brand a screen on DeRozan. Here's Matt. And a miss there on the triple.
And you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop not only athletically but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and he's really rounded into a valuable player now.
Here's Matt. He feeds it to Cephalosha. Master Matt. 6 on the shot clock. That's the 3-5. Cephalosha misses. And Amir Johnson, quietly one of the Raptors' best players. He's a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for his team. He's a high percentage scorer. He also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
And there's the feet to Matt. He dishes it to Scott. Here's Matt. His last outing, he had 8 points. Schroeder kicks to Cephalosha. Here's Matt. Knocks down the 3-ball. Max got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Johnson sets the screen for Williams. Lets it go. Almost, but it rolls out.
What's the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Feeds to Cephalosha. Kicks to Matt. In low to Brand. Some solid D here from Fry. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 from 3-point land so far in the ballgame. Williams kicks to Vasquez. Williams a screen on Brand. Johnson the screen. The kick out to Williams. And again, Toronto no up.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Schroeder, and that one's good. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. Now here's DeRozan. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, Steve, Clark, your thoughts?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drive drives and rotations, I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Corver and Carroll, and it's T at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. So it's Atlanta now. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench. But I thought their depth was really the major factor.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke, reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said, we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. He kicks it to Corver. Back to T. Shot clock at 5. Ball's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Just to talk again about he's also changing it up. Black Hole comes in for Valanciunas, and Chris Copeland subbed in for Vasquez. Lowry against T. Dishes to Corver. Picked by Horford. So the wing on the left, off the pick. And it's wide right, hits off the rim. Raptors trailed by 9. Lowry gets a screen from front. Lowry drives in, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got 7 points.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
T dishes to Millsap. Into Horford, and stolen by Patterson. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that early offense, Clark. As soon as you come up with a steal, just sprint the other direction.
Teague against Lowry. Teague, the pass to Horford. A jump hook off the left rim and out.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line. Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Three-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism, a beautiful stroke. Make him an entertaining player to watch.
Lowry against Teague. Right side Teague. And the shot is good. Teague's got 11. Raptors trailed by 5. Now Lowry. He has 7. Here's Fry. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Fry's got his first basket of the night.
And that's the goal every time down. Just find a high percentage shot.
Teague kicks to Horford. Teague up top. Now recovering. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Talk about great numbers for Teague. He has 11 points and 5 assists. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's hard to find words to describe it.
Atlanta making some changes. Elton Brand's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Tavo Cephalosha subbed in for Kyle Korver. And then for Toronto, DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Patterson. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Ross.
After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
Cephalosha dishes to T. Shot no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Now here is Cephalosha. He's tightly guarded. T shoot. Right side Teague. Drops in the layup for two. Teague's got 8 here in the quarter.
Played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Williams in the post. By Cephalosha. Fry's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
Cephalosha passes to Brand. Now the dish to Teague. Back to Brand. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists in the game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already. Pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Max checked in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's Schroeder in for Jeff Teague. And Toronto also making a switch. Amir Johnson's checked in for Chris Copeland. No good from front. Hawks have gone 6 of 10 to the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Cephalosha in Atlanta again with the bucket. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following the loss to Boston.
And, you know, coming down the stretch in that game, they didn't have all the guys they would have liked on the floor because of the foul trouble they were in.
And as a result, Steve, they had to back down a little bit so they wouldn't get themselves into even more foul trouble.
Outside Williams takes the 13-footer. Rebound by Schroeder. The Hawks leading by 4. Brand outside to the left wing. And that gets the stop. Here's Brand. Rejected by Fry. And the pass to Lowry. Lowry gets the screens from Fry. Pass to DeRozan. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Hawks.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on.
Now beginning, both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been one outstanding game from Jeff Teague.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he that tally in the second.
Raptors trailed by 4. Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New color scheme and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Kyle Korver, of course, one of the league's most dangerous shooters. He said three-point shooting had better be the best part of my game. But if that's all you do, you don't get to play that much in the NBA. I try and be solid all around. I enjoy basketball and not just shooting. Kevin, the game.
He comes from a basketball family, Doris. Has that deep love of the game. You can just tell. Thanks.
You go back to when the Raptors came into existence in 1995, Jurassic Mania, thanks to the hit movie at that time. That influenced the fan vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the Tyrannosaurus theme may soon go extinct.
Outside Teague, picked by Horford. Teague dishes to Horford. Patterson bringing the double. Horford the pass to Teague. Back to Horford. Clock at 6. Takes a shot at the elbow. And a little hook that time, but it drops. 16 points for Teague.
Well, you talk about the branding of this Raptors team, the new uniforms. Of course, we saw the Toronto-bred rapper Drake in a lot of their games sitting courtside. They had the playoff run last year. This is, I think, an up-and-coming franchise with a lot of appeal.
Outside DeRozan. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And a real difficult game for him offensively. It's costly.
Teague. Teague left side. Pass it to Pierre. The feet to Horford. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect on the field.
Vasquez pitch to Patterson. Now here's Ross. He right out. Deflects the pass. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And too, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack the defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. So Ross will go to the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Raptors. Williams comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Mack, the pass to Cephalosha. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he got waxed. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
For Atlanta, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Williams with a clean look. Gets an open look and hits. Williams has got his first points of the night. 34 seconds left in the third. Matt dishes to stop. A jump hook. That one off the back iron and out.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but that's not his range.
Outside Williams. Vasquez with it. Averaging 6 points per contest. 6 to shoot. For the lead. And again, it's Lewis Williams. Williams has got the lead up to 1 now for Toronto. In a moment now to check out our state pharmacist of the game and one of them. Hawks. Al Horford. He's checked in for Mack. Millsap comes in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Toronto, Black Holes checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for Williams. And it's DeRozan in for Vasquez. Horford is out there with Elton Brand. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's Teague. And it's Scott in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Millsap takes the Teague. Horford sets a screen for Teague. He feeds it to Horford. Teague against Ross. Toronto working the ball around now. DeRozan. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Horford with the screen on low. Over in the corner, Brand. Outside, Scott. Pass to Teague. He dishes it to Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lowry against Scott. And stolen by Scott. Now here comes Teague. Leading the...
Crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
MyCareer checked in the Atlanta. Horford comes in for Scott. Shot being caught, separated by 5. Ross passes to Lowry. Feeds it to Fry. Nails it.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise and went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Smart foul there to try to extend the game.
It's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
I'll tell you what, those 2 free throws give them some much-needed breathing room, guys. Now it's
15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lowry can't get it to go. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of two is good. That puts them up by 5. Outside DeRozan for 3. No luck.
Showing some strength.
Yo, what's going on tonight? I'm running free all over the court and you didn't give me the rock.
Man, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about making sure I get my touches, yo. Move the basketball, share with your teammates, make the extra pass so we can get the easy looks. You got it?
You might be right, man. I probably did have a little tunnel vision out there tonight. Next game, I'll make sure I share the ball more with you, all right? Cool?
Cool.
I don't care if you're in grade school or the NBA. This game is all about solid fundamentals. Let's get some extra work in here. Gotta get better every day. I've told you 100 times, effort on the practice court translates into results in the game. That just wasn't good enough. I hope to get a better effort out of you next game. Now get out of here.